The Hudson River is rather short compared to many of the others on this list. It runs from New York State until it reaches its outlet in the upper New York Bay between Manhattan and Jersey City. The deep valley through which this river runs reaches a depth of 216 feet. This river is one of the most important waterways in the U.S. for transportation and crossings. The St. Lawrence River is a river that flows from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. This river flows northeast from Lake Ontario, forming a border between the U.S. and Canada, and has a mouth at the Gulf of St. Lawrence. The river is an important waterway for commercial purposes, and it has been the site of battles throughout history. The Yellow River is one of the longest rivers in the entire world, and it's known as one of the most important waterways in China. The abundance provided by this river allowed China's civilization to flourish. Many hydroelectric dams have been built along the length of this river, and they help supply a tremendous amount of power to the nation. The Mekong River is a very long body of water that flows through Laos, China, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Eventually, the river lets out in the Mekong Delta in the South China Sea of the Pacific Ocean. This river supports millions of humans in rural areas as well as cities throughout its course. The Mekong River is also renowned for its diverse wildlife. The deep waters of this river are home to some very large fauna. Check out the biggest fish in the Mekong River. The Ottawa River is the deepest river in Canada as well as the deepest river in North America. This body of water reaches a depth of 318 feet. The river starts at Ottawa Lake and reaches its mouth at the Lake of Two Mountains in the St. Lawrence River. The deepest portion of this river is found upriver from the Carillion Hydroelectric Facility, across from an area called Greases Point. However, the river's total depth remains a matter of controversy, with some sources claiming that the river is over 200 feet deeper than listed here. The Amazon River is locked in perpetual combat with the Nile River for the title of the longest river in the world. Depending on the measurements that one accepts, this river might just be the longest of them all. One thing is for certain, this river is long and supports some of the greatest biodiversity in the world. The Zambezi River runs through many countries in East Africa, providing water and hydroelectric power to people in the area. The river is critical to agriculture along its banks, but it does not flow through many major cities before reaching its mouth in the Indian Ocean. The Danube River is known for being the second longest river in all of Europe. However, more people live along the banks of this river than on the Volga River, the longest river in Europe. The Danube River flows through cities like Vienna and Budapest. The greatest depth of this river is 584 feet, a significant amount deeper than the Zambezi River. The Yangtze River is the longest in all of Asia and is third to the Nile and Amazon rivers in terms of length. This massive river flows throughout China from west to east, eventually ending in the East China Sea. This river is important for transportation, power, agriculture, and more throughout the country. It is one of the most influential rivers in Asia. The Congo River is the deepest in the world, measuring 720 feet at one portion of its run. This river starts in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and flows through the country to its mouth in the Atlantic Ocean. The river is famous for being the only major river to pass over the equator twice throughout its run.